Hello and welcome to another night shift. My name is Yazil and today let's see what the patch brings us. So let's hit the play button and see where we're going. And today I would think, let's log on first. And today I think we're gonna doing the tooltips, and I'm gonna show you that. Here's our inventory, and today we're gonna make these tooltips. So if you enter one of these items, you get a tooltip, and you can see what the item is. Okay, let's get started. So here we are in our Unity, and for the tooltip, of course, we need some kind of panel where we can show something, and on our game manager we need a new script. I call it item tooltip. So that's basically what we work with today, and yeah, let's start with an panel. You just go here and canvas, right click and UI, create a panel, and then you just bind the panel to an edge, which is with Shift Alt, and you just click here. And when you did that, you set the width and height of the tooltip panel. I took 200 and 300. And after that, you just put in a source image. That's I wanted to make it a little bit darker, so comes more. So it's just here, the button you see there, which is the ground color of your image. And then you say, yeah, nothing else. The next is you need a text for the top. Just go ahead and go right click and UI text. And the same, I bound my text on top here. So Shift Alt and set it to the top here and bind it to the top of the canvas. And then you're going for the positioning and for the width and height. Also, you could change the font. To get new fonts in Unity is real easy. You just go onto your window on your C hard disk and go there under Window Fonts and just drag the fonts inside here into Unity. Let's see, we got something in where I saved that, I guess in somewhere fonts. And you see here, that's just a file you drag in here from the Windows Phone file directory, and you can then here go for the right font you want. Also, you define the height and where it is positioning into the field. It's in the middle, it starts on the left, on the right. It's upper or lower or middle. And also you can go for best fit when your text from your top is going, or your item is named longer, the font will be smaller. And then you have to do its best fit, so it will be fitting into your box you defined here, and of course a color if you like that. Next is this image here, which is our item image we also use for the inventory, but this time we just have it bigger. As you remember, I have the images here 100 to 100 pixel, and I use only 50 to 50 in the inventory, or 40 to 40 I think, and we just display it a little bit bigger here. So right click on the tools and UI, and you go for an image. And so we go into the image, same procedure as we did before, Shift Alt and bind it on the top, and position it so then it fits your stuff you want to have. Width and height, I took it to 90, 100 was a little too big, and nothing else you need here. I'm sorry about that. And the next one is a text window. Again, it's a tooltip text, so you just right click UI and going for the text. And in the text, the same as we did before, Shift Alt, click on top. Shift Alt and click, bind it on top here. Position it with the X and Y and the width and height. And after that, empty the field here and choose your font. Choose the font size, and if you want to make it best fit, you have to be careful and define this value here, because you have a text field here. Let's see if we have something like this. You want it to be reasonable and not too big then suddenly. So, and last thing, you have a color, and that's it. So that's the basic tooltip we have here. And next is we need on our game manager and tooltip script. So just add new script and do whatever you want here as a name, or you just go into your scripts and make a new one here, create and script. You know that already. So let's go for the item tooltip script. And basically what we need is of course Unity Engine and the Unity Engine UI, so we can handle with text and images. Then of course it belongs to the namespace Unity ItemSystem, and it is public class tooltip mono behavior, of course. And let's think what we need for the tooltip. First of all, we need the item database, so we need to know all the items we have in the game. Then we have a public string. This is only public here because I want to see it in the inspector. You could do private or just generate it down here, but I want it in the inspector, so I made it public string text. And we need the public game object, the tooltip panel. So in the tooltip panel, so we can write stuff in there. Then we have a private text underscore title and the private text underscore the text, and we have the private image underscore image. And in the start function, since we have that only once in the game, so it's just sits on our game manager. It's no problem if we're going for start and looking for this stuff. First of all, we set the tooltip panel to set active true, so we are sure the panel is active. And then we look for the components, and we looking for title, image, text, and we're going for the transform dot get child 0, 1, and 2. So if you look here, it's 0, 1, and 2. So you have to have it here in order to get the right stuff. And we are interested in the text component, in the image component, and in the text component. So we got all that, and now we can just set the tooltip panel to false. So if the game starts, there is no tooltip on the screen. So then we have two functions, the public void activate, and in the activate we want to, or we accept the item ID, and then we go into the item database and get out the item with the item ID. So it's just a new item underscore item is equal to item database dot item with the item ID we get here. And then we say make data. So that's everything. Basically, we'll fill up these variables here. And then we say the tooltip panel dot transform at last sibling. Why we do that is on top of everything, or the tooltip wants to, or we want to show the tooltip as on top of everything. And since in our canvas it's layered until the order here, so we want to have it down here. So then tooltip panel.transform.position, and we're looking for our mouse position and just negative or subtract some vector here. You can experiment with that. 100, 100, I like it, but you maybe want to have it 200 or whatever, or you want to have it fixed here. So in this position you would say a fixed position for your tooltip panel, so it's always on the same spot. Of course you could do that and position it with an option in our option settings, and so you define where the tooltip panel appears. And then we just say the tooltip panel set active is true. So the active, or we say the tooltip panel is visible. So next is we just do and void public void deactivate. We just say the tooltip panel.set active is false, and so it's not visible again. So, and now we are making the data, and first of all we set the variable to an empty string, and then we're going to set the text is equal to underscore item.description, and plus we add some kind of new line. Here \n is a new line, so next we add to our script will be in the next line. And then we just go through our item lists. I don't know which values you have in your item. I started with the item level, and at first we look into the item level. Is it 0? Not 0. Then we give out this text. If it's 0, of course nothing happens. And it's just always the same. You say the text variable plus equal, so it adds to that, and you set a string plus the information which is in the item, and then you make a new line at the end. And I went through there, and if you wonder what is this \t is, it's just a tabulator. So you may format this stuff with tabs, so it's all under each item. And then we go just after we finished our text, we going for the title. Title.text is item.title, and item.sprite is equal to item.icon. So, and the next is the underscore text.text is equal to text. So it's the text we made here. So that's just all for the item tooltip. So now you may wonder how we start the activate and the deactivate. Well, the basic we knew already, so we go back to our item drag, and we know the item begin, item drag, or drag handler, the drag handler end, the pointer event, and now these both are new. iPointer enter handler, so it's when we went, or when our mouse is going into the item, and iPointer exit handler is when the mouse goes out of the item. So that's just easy. We go and have the onPointer enter, and we say the tooltip.activate and we expect the item ID. And since we made our item ID here already, we have that and just can give this function our ID, and it will be in the database, or it will look into the database for the right item. And of course we have a public void on pointer exit, so when the mouse leaves this item, then we just say tooltip deactivate. That's all for tooltips. So if you liked it, just leave a like, or if you liked it even more, just subscribe to my channel, and I would be more than happy to see more subscribers. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you soon.